this video, I'm just going to try and show you quick and easy how you can make a nice chest for your Roblox game in Blender. This isn't necessarily for Roblox, you know, if you want a chest or something else, this tutorial will work. However, most of the people who watch my videos want this for their Roblox games. So getting started here, straight to the point, we're going to go here and do Shift A. Mesh, and we're going to add a cube, and with this cube we're going to go into edit mode with tab, go to face select mode up here, and what we want to do is we want to select this top face, and you basically want to go G and Z to kind of move it down. We're also going to do A to select everything, and then do SY to kind of like scale it on the y-axis a bit. This will just allow it to be a bit more thin, a bit more chest shaped. We're also going to select the bottom face and then do S to scale, and it'll kind of just scale that bottom face down a bit, and as you can see, it creates a nice little look. So you can't tell right now, we are creating the bottom half of a chest, and what we're going to do next is we're going to make the lid. So to make the lid, we are just going to select this face here and then do E to extrude. We're going to go to about here, and then we'll do S to scale, just to scale it down a little bit. I think I'm actually going to select this bottom face and move it up a bit now, just to see how the proportions match. And I think that's much better. So now, one other thing that is going to add a lot more detail to our chest is kind of having beams around the chest. I don't know how to describe it, but you'll see how it comes together now. So what we're going to do is, we are going to select this face, this face, this face, and this face, just on the bottom. And then we're going to press I to inset, but press I one more time, and it will individually inset each face of your model. And you want to go something like this, so that you've got some nice bezels like around the faces that you've just inset. And now what we're going to do is, with these faces selected, we are going to do Alt-E, and then extrude faces along normals, and you want to just go in a little bit. Something like that should look good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the lid. So I'm going to go into edge select mode here. I'm going to select this edge, and then we're going to do Control B to bevel. I think we're going to bevel something like that, just one level, something like that. Look good. And now we're going to go to face select mode again, select this face, and then do I to inset here, and we'll inset again something like this. And now we're going to do Alt-E, extrude faces along normals, and go in something like this, and that should start to be looking pretty good. So we're going to select everything here in edit mode and do face shade smooth, and then we're also going to go over here to object data properties and do normals auto smooth, and I'm also going to change the auto smooth angle to 50 degrees. I just prefer somewhere around that region. And as you can see now, the chest is starting to come together very nicely. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to separate the lid from the body. So I'm basically just going to do this by going and pressing 1 on my number pad, and then pressing Z to go into wireframe. I'm just going to highlight a box over the top, and then I'm going to press P and then selection. This will just separate them into 2 separate meshes, which is just going to be helpful. So now I can actually like work on them separately. So I'm going to go and hide the lid part here just by pressing the little I button. And now we can start working on the inside. We're not going to do much here. We're just going to select all vertices at the top. We'll press F to fill, I to inset, and then E to extrude downwards. And it's just to add like a nice little interior to it under the lid. Now we're going to focus on adding a little more detail to the lid. So I'm actually going to go here and I'm going to do Control R, and then scroll up once to kind of add these loop cuts. And now what we're going to do is, this is a little bit on the advanced side. However, I'm sure you'll be able to follow along just fine. We're going to press G once to move, and G again. And what G again does, it basically just moves it along the lines you've got, the edges, and we're going to move it to somewhere around here, so you've got a little bit of clearance towards the end. And don't click anything, go to the edge slide mode here and copy the factor. So I'm going to click on it and do Control C. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do Alt, click this line and do G again, bring it somewhere close, left click, and then I'm going to paste that factor into here, and that'll basically just make sure that they are identical. What we're going to do now is we're going to highlight all these faces in the middle, and then we're going to do Alt-E and then extrude faces along normals, somewhere like that. Should be good. And there we go, starting to look good. Honestly, that's about it. You've got a cool looking chest right here. You might want to add something like a padlock. To make a padlock is pretty easy. You can literally use something like a cube here. So if I go and use a cube and kind of just scale it like this, and you can literally just go with a torus as well. A torus is super easy to use to make something like a padlock. If you just adjust these parameters here, somewhere like 10 and 5. And there we go. I'm just going to rotate it 90 degrees here and just move it down. If we delete all these bottom faces as well, we'll be able to kind of have it just half. Let's just scale it up. shade it smooth, and then let's join it up here to the box. I'm actually going to quickly bevel these two edges here so that we can kind of have a little bit different of a look here. Let's do something like that, and then let's also add a little cute bevel to these top bits, just like that. Now I feel like this, yeah, it doesn't fit just quite, so we'll have to go somewhere like that, and there we go. I think that is starting to look good. So now if we just add this padlock somewhere near the front, starting to look a lot like a chest. I would personally say that if this is the first ever chest you've made, if you followed along well, pretty good. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did find it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Let me know if you want more tutorials like this, because a lot of my tutorials, I try really hard to go in depth and show you guys every single step of the process in depth to make sure that you don't miss anything. But tutorials like this allow for you more intermediate modelers to kind of follow along and learn some new tools, and then also a few new techniques. I just feel like videos like this are a lot easier to make to help you guys progress a bit faster. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. If you want to find out how to texture this chest, check out this video on screen now. It will show you how to use a gradient palette to texture nice and easy. Yeah, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.